Genesis chapter 3. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahweh God had made. And he said to the woman, Has God really said, You shall not eat of any tree of the garden? And the woman said to the serpent, Of the fruit of the trees of the garden we may eat. But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, You shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest you die. And the serpent said to the woman, You shall not surely die. For God knows that in the day you eat of it, then your eyes shall be opened, and you shall be as God, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was a delight to the eyes, and that the tree was to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit of it, and did eat. And she gave some also to her husband along with her, and he did eat. And the eyes of them both were opened, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together, and made themselves aprons. And they heard the voice of Yahweh God walking in the garden in the cool of the day, and the man and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Yahweh God among the trees of the garden. And Yahweh God called to the man, and said to him, Where are you? And he said, I heard your voice in the garden, and I was afraid, because I was naked, and I hid myself. And he said, Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten of the tree, of which I commanded you that you should not eat? And the man said, The woman whom you gave to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and then I ate. And Yahweh God said to the woman, What is this you have done? And the woman said, The serpent beguiled me, and then I ate. And Yahweh God said to the serpent, Because you have done this, cursed are you above all cattle, and above every beast of the field, upon your belly shall you go, and dust shall you eat all the days of your life. And I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your seed and her seed, he shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel. To the woman he said, I will greatly multiply your pain in childbearing, in pain you shall bring forth children. And your desire shall be for your husband, and he shall rule over you. And to Adam he said, Because you have obeyed the voice of your wife, and have eaten of the tree, about which I commanded you, saying, You shall not eat of it, cursed is the land for your sake, in toil shall you eat from it all the days of your life. Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to you, and you shall eat the herb of the field. By the sweat of your face shall you eat bread, till you return to the ground, since out of it you were taken. For dust you are, and to dust you shall return. And the man called his wife's name Eve, because she was the mother of all living. And Yahweh God made for Adam and for his wife coats of skins, and clothed them. And Yahweh God said, Behold, the man is become as one of us, to know good and evil, and now, lest he put forth his hand, and take also of the tree of life, and eat, and live forever. Therefore Yahweh God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden, to till the ground from where he was taken. So he drove the man out, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden the cherubim, and the flame of a sword which turned every direction, to guard the way of the tree of life.